wildcard has been activated 2 weeks ahead of scheduled, following a solid week score of 57 points and a green arrow to 1,500,000 in the rankings. Luton Town let the team down in defence twice in the double, but patience in the Arsenal defence paid off as they comfortably defeated Bournemouth and kept a clean sheet for the third game in a row away from home. Ben White delivered his second attacking return in a row, and no defender has fired out more than his 3 efforts on target during the last 4 game weeks. But the highlight in defence was when Kieran Trippier somehow managed to get an assist after Almiron scored a solo stunner following Trippier's tackle. With 4 chances created against Burnley, the in-form right-back is producing chances at a greater level than he did in last term, averaging 1 per 28 minutes. Marcus Rashford had a rough start that led to him being taken out of the game in the 77th minute, despite United's desperate need for a goal. Still, he has taken the most shots with 28 among all midfielders. Saka managed 9 points against Bournemouth, but he very nearly had a huge haul after the Gunners were given and converted on 2 penalties against Bournemouth, but both times Saka handed the ball to a teammate instead of taking them. Holding Raheem Sterling for 1 more week backfired, and Brian Mbemo went scoreless for the 3rd week running. The 24-year-old has only managed 5 shots in the box and 1 big chance in the last 3 game weeks after being moved to the right wing for matches against Nottingham Forest and Everton. Man City's surprising defeat coincided with a rare blank for Erling Haaland, who was captained by over 7.8 million managers. He was restricted to few sights of goal, registering just 1 shot in the game. In line with the plan, the wildcard has been activated for game week 8, and here is how the most recent draft is shaping out. For a low price, Areola continues to be a reliable set and forget option between the sticks. His 32 points and 32 saves put him in joint 3rd among goalkeepers this season. Also in between the sticks is David Raya. The Gunners kept 3 clean sheets this season, which is tied for the most with 6 other teams. So if the budget allows it, we'd rather have Raya play ahead of Turner. Alexander-Arnold replaces Trippier in defence. The right-back thrived in a hybrid midfield role at the end of last season. During that time, he led all defenders in expected goal involvement, with 7 assists and a goal during his previous 10 outings. From game week 9 through 16, Liverpool has a very favourable schedule, with ties against Everton, Forest, Luton and Sheffield. Spurs wingback Pedro Porro has risen to our attention, following his late match-winning assist against Liverpool last weekend. There is now only 0.2 in value between Destiny Doggy and him. Due to this, it's harder to use the value argument with the former, especially since Porro has been more attacking in the 6 game weeks they've started together, with 9 shots and 10 chances created. Matty Cash retains his spot from the previous draft. The Polish right-back leads all defenders with 14 shots and 3 big chances so far this season. Pervis Estupinan and Gabriel provide a cover for Brighton and Arsenal assets starting in game week 10. During the same window in which Arsenal will host Sheffield and Brighton will host Fulham. There is considerable worry that Estupinan's current injury will keep him out of action for up to a month. Yet, his 1 goal and 3 assists so far this season show plenty of promise. Mo Salah, Son Heung-min and James Maddison all keep their places from the last draft. In fact, one of the main reasons of us deploying the wildcard chip this week was to acquire all 3 ahead of their generous run of fixtures. Assuming he makes a full recovery from his injury, Aston Villa's Moussa Diaby is our next midfielder. The Frenchman has chipped in with 4 assists and 2 goals so far this season, while seemingly playing most of his game in an out-of-position forward role alongside Ollie Watkins. Flying a bit under the radar, Bowen stepped up with 5 goals and 1 assist in 7 games already to his name this season. No midfielder has posted a non-penalty XG total higher than his 3.54 in the last 7 game weeks, while only Brian Mbemo could match his 7 big chances among midfielders. Man City's Alvarez is a more affordable replacement for the heavily owned Erling Haaland, will play alongside Ollie Watkins in the attack. There is some doubt as to whether he will continue to start, but he did average over 7 points in each of his starts last year against the teams they'll be facing in game weeks 8 to 15. He impressed this season with 3 goals and 5 assists and even started in all of the 7 opening matches for his club. Priced at only 4.5 million, Cameron Archer provides the best value in an emergency sub-forward from managers adopting the 3-5-2 setup. He started in all of Sheffield United's games since making his debut in game week 4, averaging over 3 points per 90. This week looks like an ideal opportunity to go against Erling Haaland for captaincy, since Man City are travelling away to Arsenal. There's a strong case for Son Heung-min to be captain this week. His opponent Luton are one of the 6 worst defences in the league in terms of big chances conceded, with 17 in the last 6 matches. Though there are some doubts about his fitness for this match, since he wasn't seen in training on Tuesday. But that happened to a lot of first-team players, so there's nothing conclusive there. But if he wasn't thought to be fit, or if there were worries about his playing time, Mo Salah could also be a good shout for captaincy this week. He faces a Brighton side that placed 6th worst for non-penalty XG conceded, and only Sheffield and Bournemouth have let in more goals in the last 6 games. Leave your thoughts on our team in the comments, and if you'd like to see more FPL videos throughout the season, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notification button. We'll see you at the next one.